What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Trucker Trey, and this is my first video. I've been in the game about 3-4 months now, and people have been, asking me a lot of questions, which I think happens a lot for a lot of truck drivers when they get in the game, because some people honestly just don't know where to start. And for me, I come from a trucking family, so it was kind of always in my blood at some point to do something dealing with the transportation industry. Uh, so when I got out of the military, I tried to go. They wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me go at the time for various reasons. So I put it out about 6-7 months, maybe a year. I tried to go again. Nobody would take me. I couldn't get no grant. VA wouldn't even pay for it because of certain issues and conflicts or whatnot. So that time I just straight up said, nah, I don't want to drive no more. I'll be all right. I don't got to get no CDL. So I decided to I felt like I was taking a shortcut, taking an easier route, and possibly making the same money, but by going to drive box trucks. I went and drove for 2 different owner operators, and to say the least, it was a bunch of bullshit. And I could sit here and I can tell you the story about why I jumped from one to the other, and why it was some bullshit. And you can look on TikTok, you can look on Facebook, and you can see a lot of guys that saying, "Oh, I'm making $3,000, I'm making $4,000 a week doing box truck." I really challenge you to tell them, show me the money. Show me the money. And it's good and bad about everything trucking. Anything you can think of, you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days. But driving box truck, I didn't have one good day. The only good thing about it was I was in Vegas a lot, and if you're not making no money, going to Vegas it really ain't hitting on nothing. So, like I said, I don't think I had no good days dealing with box trucks. So I got out of that, and really just just sat at the crib and not did nothing for like another year or so. I was going to school, pursuing a degree in secondary education, which I really wanted to coach or whatnot, and just be involved in the community and deal with the kids. But in the midst of that, I was subbing, and that just ain't for me. It ain't for me. I was raised in the South. My people really believed in it takes a village to raise a child, especially if it's your teacher or somebody that's active in the community. And although I got that mindset, other parents don't have that mindset, or teachers and administration don't have that mindset. So I did that for about 7 months. Over the course of 2 years, because y'all know school is only like 8 months out the year or 6 months out the year. So I would go and do that on and off. It was cool. I felt good about it because some kids would, listen. Some kids would take your advice. Some kids would take the next step to better in their life and trying to better their families. So I did that, and I decided I was gonna hit the VA up again one more time to try to get them to pay for me to go to truck driving school. So hit them up. It felt like for a minute they was entertaining it, and they was. About 2-3 weeks that we talking, everything was good. I'm like, nah, Mr. Martin, we can't do it. We can't do it. And in a nutshell, they told me to stop. They basically told me to stop fucking asking. So I heard that. I was like, man, damn. I got to figure something out. So I get to looking. I'm looking on Facebook Marketplace. I'm billboards, everything. I'm like, I'm going to make this shit happen one way or the other. So I end up finding school. They're like, shit. They wanted $5K, $5,500, something like that, if I paid them over time. And so I go in. I'm like, man, I don't really like doing payments. I rather just handle my business, get everything going, and I'm my own. Like I don't owe nobody. I go on by my business. So I go in, straight up. I ask them anytime I negotiate some shit. I straight up say, hey, I got 25 cash. Can y'all take it? I got it right now. Can y'all take it and help me get my CDL? They laughed at it like, man, you gotta come up with something, come up with some more, and we could possibly work with you. So I was like, shit, all right, fuck it. I had 3,500. We gonna. They're like, shoot. They looked at me just like that, like, and I give them the money, start school next Monday, and it's pretty cool because as soon as you come in on that Monday, they prepared us. They prepared us for our permit test, which you test on your permit. You test on your permit the first week, like that Thursday. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm constantly watching videos, just watching videos, trying to make sure that I pass this permit test. I'm taking the little test that they give us. I'm steady doing this. And I'm thinking I'm finna bomb it on Thursday, thinking I'm finna just waste my money. I get up there, take the first test, because you got to take it all in different spells. So I take the first test. I made 100 on the general knowledge. Like, a lot of people, can't say that. So I made 100 on general knowledge, and that was really the one that I thought I was gonna have a problem with. So when I made the 100 on general knowledge, all that, I'm about to bomb and shit, all that stuff went out the window, because it was like, man, made 100 on general knowledge. I know I can pass everything else with no issues, because the general knowledge is literally all the other shit combining in one with a little more information. So it's like, all right, boom, I passed that, got my permit. Next week, we started like learning pre-tripping and stuff like that, which pre-trip is pretty easy. Long as you know your components and know where they supposed to be, what's their function, and what's not supposed to be going on with them. You know that, you're gonna be good to on pre-trip, and then we get her into obviously backing, with straight line backing, your forward offset, your what the fuck is that called? Blindside backing. Yeah, doing the maneuvers. And we got into that. Then we started learning like our manual and popping the gears, clutch and shit like that, which is very, very easy. I'm not just saying it because I'm doing it, I'm in it. Like literally, like I don't claim to be the smartest guy, but I have a little intelligence. But some of these drivers that I see out here, man, they Lulu for real. And I look at it like, man, if they can do it, really, anybody can do it. And so made it through, did my 4 weeks, and shit, did my 4 weeks. While I'm in there though, I'm talking to hella companies. Obviously a lot of companies, they don't want you new. Some companies, they don't want you like if you had tickets. Like I had tickets. They won't mess with you. And one company in particular, I really wanted to go. I really wanted to go to a company, and they fucking recruiter that they assigned me. The lady, she didn't spell my name right. She didn't put my correct phone number on my application. She didn't spell my school city name right. It was like she was fucking slow. Like literally, the lady was slow. And I really wanted to go there, but because of how I put in one application, she called me on the phone and she put in another application for me, which is what's gonna happen most of the time when you go to a company. They gonna call you off of what you put on there. They gonna look at your records and stuff like that, and then they gonna go based off what you say. They gonna combine all that together. So when this company pulled my application, they seen I said this, my record says this, and she said this. So they got 3 different things about everything. And soon as I seen that, because you can see it on the driver post when they update your stuff. Soon as I seen that, I'm like, yep, there goes that company. Not going there. And being in the industry, now I'm actually glad. I'm glad she fucked up my application or whatnot. And I'm not gonna put them out on this video or whatnot, but if you want to know that company, if you want to avoid them, you can just hit me up directly, and I can tell you the company to avoid. But when I came out of school after that happened, because it happened early on, like my second week of truck driving school, so I was able to bounce back and focus on just getting a CDL job. And at first, I was like, I'll go with anybody. But then it's like, why waste my time when I know at the end of the day, I want to be flatbed. So the 3 companies that I seen, which are good starter companies for you to just get your feet wet if the good companies just not open the door. Which these companies, I'm not going to say they bad or good, because I only worked for one of them. The first company was Stevens Transport out of Dallas, Texas. It's a reefer company. Um, and you'll hear me say this a lot. Every single trucking company has great recruiters and bad reviews. So anything that you want to know about a company, the best way to get the truth is go work for them yourself. Like, you can't trust what another driver says because that driver goal might have been different from yours. Like, I could have been somewhere making $1,000 a week, and that wasn't sufficient for me because I got kids, I got stuff that I like to do. But you, baby, fresh out of mom's crib, you don't got no kids, you only got your car note and your rent, you don't got nothing else to worry about. And $1,000 may be fucking great for you. And I would tell you, if any company is respecting your wishes and getting and helping you make your ends meet, stay with them, go with them, don't leave them. But my three companies was Stevens Transport, a refrigerant company. I can't remember how much they said they started out paying, maybe like 47 cents or something like that. But it was OTR, and you gonna go all 48 states. And they training program was like 3 weeks, which I was cool with that. But that was my company that I didn't get no phone call from nobody else. That's where I was gonna go to. Right there in Dallas. I was gonna, go do a little 3 weeks and do my 6 months there and go somewhere else. Then it was McElroy truck line out of Cuba, Alabama, but they do have a terminal out in Ennis, Texas. And I was gonna go there, paperwork, everything was good. Like, they were regional, so they had me home every weekend. And I think they started out paying like 55 cents or 58 cents a mile. And that was gonna be regional. So, I was gonna be home every Friday. And at the last minute, I think it was my drug test or something like that. They told me they were gonna have to push me back 2 weeks. So I was like, all right, cool. I was gonna wait till 2 weeks. But in the midst of them saying they were gonna have to wait, Melton truck line hit me up. They were like, shoot, we got your application approved. We can get you a plane, rental car, bus today, whatever you want to do. So I tell them, shoot, you better rent a car. I'm gone. So Melton is out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and it's also a flatbed company. It's just like McElroy. And Melton, you do 1 week of orientation, do 3 weeks on the road with a trainer, and my week of orientation was great. I met some cool guys. Melton was very family oriented, and they really focused on safety. And when I say family oriented, they're family oriented as far as the company. Like, you working for them and shit like that. You got time with them. They gonna take care of you. I can't lie. Like, I seen it with my own eyes and everything. Like, Melton will really take care of you, man. And they started me out at 52 cents a mile. I pretty much my time at Melton, I think I might have went home on actual home time maybe one time, because Melton has a lot of perks and benefits like road warriors, different ways for you to make extra money and stuff like that. But you're not gonna be at home. Like, Like unless you live in like Dallas, Laredo, Birmingham, um, anywhere where you get where it's a freight line at for Melton, you not finna see the house. You may not see the house for 2 months. You know, they gonna run you. And if you ain't got no kids or nothing like that, that might be the spot for you, you know. But me personally, I can't do that. Like it's one thing to be a working man, but it's another thing to be an indentured servant. Like, and I don't have that type of bond. I'm not a slave. Like, shout out my boy Matt. He from Dallas too. But he had Melton. That boy getting money. Like, but my guy, he ain't got no kids, and he can run crazy. Like, and he actually the reason that I end up going to Melton, because I would watch his videos and stuff while I was in trucking school, and I love Melton. Like it's great. It's great for training and learning, because you gonna haul something everything. You gonna haul something everything. You gonna go something everywhere. Only place I haven't been in a truck is to the West Coast. I'm sure I did the whole East Coast all the way from Maine down, like, and it was fun, man. Breakdowns, they get to you pretty quick, unless you're on a New Jersey Turnpike. But that's a video for a whole nother day. I did while I was with Melton, I broke down on the New Jersey Turnpike. But like I said, that's a video for a whole nother day. So yeah, I went to Melton, and I stayed there for a good little minute. I even brought my brother over to Melton with me, and I was there. And like I said in the beginning of the video, Melton came to a point where they wasn't meeting the needs of my for me and my family. And when they get to that point, then it's like it's time to walk away. But you know, you don't walk away. Don't walk away with one without nothing lined up behind you, and two, don't walk away without trying to explore different options within the company. You know, I know. If you live in Oklahoma and Texas, it's nothing for Melton to make you regional. You know, it's different stuff that you got to do. But if I know I'm not making the miles on the OTR side, I know regional miles are not gonna cut it for me. And like I said, like my trainer from Melton, even though I'm not even with the company no more, he seen it was, it was a lot of snow and stuff up here on the East Coast, and he seen I was up here, and he called to check on me, make sure I was good. Told me to stay safe and stuff like that, and that type of stuff right there goes a long way, because he didn't have to do that. He could have, he ain't with Melton no more, fuck him. But that's why my trainer, like I had a very, very good experience, with him. Which I'll make a video about that one of these days. I'll make a video about that. And you know, Melton was alright. We went to orientation. Even though orientation, they put you in. At first they put you in. I say a 2.5-star hotel, and being a businessman, and see how many people got dropped within those first 2-3 days. I can see why they put you in a 2.5-star, because they don't want to spend all this money on you, and you gone the first day. You go, and then on the 4th or 5th day, you move to a 4-star, 5-star hotel, Hampton Inn, where you surrounded by all the good stuff, the casino and all that stuff, for you to get into some stuff. Just you go down there, just be on time for everything, and you won't have no issues. You're gonna do a driving test. You're gonna learn your Smith systems. You're gonna do securement, but as days go on, you might come in that motherfucker with 34 people. Like, I came in there, I think it was right at 34 people. I think we left, we only had like 20, 18 or something like that. So you leave, you get done with orientation, you go on the trainer truck. Like I said, 18. 3 weeks after I got on the trainer truck, I come back. You come back to the Tulsa terminal, and that number 18 might be 9, might be 12 if it's a good one. Like, we can't do, I think it was like 15 or 14 of us that made it back. And they were like, dang, this the most that made it back in a long time. So I guess we did pretty good. Based on the guy that I stayed in contact with, it was like 8 or 9 of us in a group. Once we got our truck, I think it's only 3 maybe still with Melton. Everybody left for different reasons. But Melton is most definitely fully aware that we as new drivers, we just want our experience. We want to get there, get trained up, and you would consider that a training school, as you got your Melton, your Maverick, TMC. It's a lot of different schools that they know you only gonna be there no more than 6 months, maybe less. And that's okay, because it's trucking, man. I can get on the phone today and make a few phone calls. I can be back at Melton starting orientation Monday. Today, Friday. I can be in orientation on Monday and have me a truck by Monday of next week. It's no bad. It's definitely ways to burn bridges in the trucking game, but if you ain't abandoning no truck, you ain't threatening to kill nobody, nothing like that, man. These companies, they'll bring you back any day, because, hey, that's one more truck that's gonna make some money. And like I said, I love Melton. When you see Melton drivers out there, they have a different type of camaraderie. Like, when they see each other, they speak, they have conversations. But you see other companies, they see each other and drivers, and they never even exchange words or anything like that. But Melton is definitely a good starter company. Although my time with them definitely came to an end, because I definitely had to explore greener pastures, and now We just gonna see is if the grass on this side is greener because it's full of shit, or it's actual good grass, you know. And I hope that I can bring y'all along with me throughout this whole journey, and hopefully that somebody that watches this learns something, and it may spark a nerve because you know you've been trying to do something different. You want to change the scenery, man. I'm telling you, trucking life is fun, like all the way down to, you know, just being on the road. Even if you decide to work a local job, man, being in that truck is fun. Like it give you a different look at life, for sure. But you made it to the end of this video. I do appreciate it. It's my first video, so if you would just like, subscribe, and share, man. As a matter of fact, no, like, comment, subscribe, and share, man. It'll be greatly appreciated.